Now at 7, is there new hope for hemp? Nearly 3 weeks ago, the U.S. Senate voted overwhelmingly on a farm bill that includes provisions to legalize the cultivation, processing, and sale of industrial hemp.
Our guest tonight says this could be a game changer for the industry and for patients seeking treatment for everything from pain to mental health conditions. Arby Barroso is the co-founder of Green Roads, one of the country's top CBD hemp brands. He's also the chair of the Broward County Medical Marijuana Advisory Board. So welcome. Very nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Thank you for coming. So first of all, just to clarify for everyone maybe who doesn't know, the difference between marijuana, hemp, CBD, there are all these terms out there and people kind of get confused about what they all are.
Again, it's going to come down to education as we move forward, but there's a big difference. One's psychoactive, one's not. One you could use for building material, one you typically don't. One's more expensive to grow, and you grow it in small amounts. The other ones you kind of grow outside in a farming area. So that's kind of what we're trying to do, is more educate the consumers, government, whether it's lobbying in Tallahassee or up in Washington, to make sure that we're educating them because they don't understand. And there's a misconception between both of them. What it is right now is that they're both Scheduled Ones.
All right, now what's the potential impact of the Senate bill that was just, the farm bill that was just passed?
It's a great question. I think it's a huge bill. First of all, because it's going to bring farmers to work. And for Green Roads, just the impact it's had on Green Roads. We have 70 employees. We only started with 2. So it's a big impact even for Floridians that work with us. And as we continue to move forward with the universities, with studies, so it's going to provide economic, jobs, research, marketing, advertising. It's a new product. So it's like anything that's new has all these components that come with it. So it's really an exciting time right now.
Well, what's actually in the bill? What does it mean that you can start growing hemp?
Florida, as of 2014, you had Obama who passed, the farm bill for hemp. So everybody started dialing into that. So there was 10 states that started growing. Now we're up to like 30, 31 states that are actually growing hemp. Florida passed the SB 1726, which is the new hemp pilot program for Florida. So we'll be growing hemp now in November, which is big for us also, because now we could see how we could help the farmers, what type of contracts we could start grabbing, whether it's hempcrete or fiber. So it's a really big impact.
Now, when you say you're growing hemp, is that not the same as saying you're growing marijuana?
No, and that's the misconception.
Okay, explain that one to me.
That's the misconception. On hemp, there's a specific type of seeds that you're growing on hemp. Typically, hemp is more of a male plant. Cannabis is more of a female plant, so it's more budding, flowering, medicinal. So you could grow hemp outside in a big farming area, which last year they grew 10,000 acres once they passed the farm bill. It was 10,000 acres. You can't do that on cannabis or medical marijuana or marijuana itself in a big location or a place like Florida, which the climate's really different between Homestead to Tallahassee.
And so hemp is used for industrial uses, right? Like clothing and paper and also CBD oil. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. And that's only one component, which is great. That's only one component of that plant and of the cannabis plant too. So people would say, well, are you getting your CBD from cannabis or marijuana? When it comes down to the hemp, it's almost the same thing depending on what you're actually making your products with. So the hemp, we do get extractions for hemp, for CBD, but there's also different types of CBD and cannabinoids is what they call them inside that hemp plant that we're still looking to study.
Why is it taking so long in Florida to see more of the growing and more licenses given out to grow the marijuana and the hemp as well?
I think everybody hasn't caught up with the times yet, and that's kind of where the Broward things comes to play as a chairman. We're trying to educate the community because they don't understand, and the stigma's still there. So without that education and really going out to the community and educating the Broward County school boards and the police officers that we work with and the politicians, we're going to stay stuck in the same vicious cycle in Florida. So we also support that. We want to make sure that these opportunities are open because it's here now. You have a lot of states. By 2018, there should be more. We should start having these type of conversations at the dinner table and at work to make sure that people understand.
And of course, the whole country is dealing with the opioid crisis, and a lot of people are advocating for CBD as maybe an antidote to wean people off of opioids. Can you talk about that a little bit?
For me, it's personal. So Green Roads, Laura Baldwin Fuentes, which is my partner, and the compound pharmacist is the one that helped me. I had my own issues with opiates. I think everybody in their family or somebody knows somebody that's been touched by that. And CBD has, as we've seen with many, has helped with anxiety and depression. And this is not me just saying it. This is scientific. There's research behind it. It also helps with concussions and brain injuries, CTE. You have UM and Dr. Holt who's studying CTE right now. It's a huge impact, and I think it's going to help and benefit many people because it's helping right now.
And like you said,
this is not the component that gets people high.
Right.
Correct, and that's the misconception. That's why we need to continue to educate.
Right.
It's so important because people kind of lose track of where we're getting the CBD from, what plant it's coming from, and we're looking forward to that.
Yeah,
honestly,
like you said, education is so important.
It's
learning more about it.
It's definitely key.
Arby, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it.